Hi everyone, it's been a long time, so um, welcome back to my manga review. Recently I wasn't feeling very well, so I was stuck in bed, and it was like it's been a while that I've gotten that sick. So I was stuck in bed all day, and I decided to read manga. And I came across this manga, and I finished it all in one sitting. It's really good. This time I'm actually reviewing about a BL manga. So mind you, this is R rated 18 and above. So or whatever legal age your country is. Anyway, let's let's get into the title first. So the title of this manga is called First Night with My Beloved. So in Japanese is Itoshi Kimito no Shoya Jijo. I hope I pronounced it right. It's by the mangaka is Kida Satsu. Um, I don't think it's a very famous manga because I tried looking for it in my anime list and there was nothing on it. So there was no page for it. So I actually have to come to manga updates, and then there is this small little section here that says, um, yeah, what it is about and stuff. It's really short. It's only like 20 volumes, but anyway, let's just backtrack a little bit for a bit, and I just want to give a warning before you watch the rest of this video. I will not show anything that minors should not see, so don't worry, but I have to say that it's a warning that it's a BL yaoi manga. So there are scenes of sex depicted in this manga, so please be mindful of that. And I want to remind you to be of legal age, be it 18, 16, or whatever legal age it is in your own country, before you start reading this manga. I read all kinds of manga, though I do have certain genres that I lean more towards and certain genres that I'm less likely to read. So I have to admit that recently I'm reading a lot of BL mangas. I do read shonen and shoujo manga as well. Sometimes a little bit of horror-ish, thriller-ish kind of manga too. But one of the reasons why I have not been doing any manga reviews is because I've been reading a lot of BL mangas, and I'm not sure if um, anybody would be interested to know, and especially since my channel, I've decided to do reviews on niche manga, so like mangas that are not very popular, that probably haven't been turned into anime, or if they have, they are not popular. So I'm just hoping to recommend some new content to people who might be interested in this, like the little unknown genres. But anyway, yeah, so this is BL, so please be mindful of that before we continue on. Okay, so now let's move on to story. So I rate the story 9 out of 10. The story for this BL manga is just so fluffy. Like, it's so fluffy, sweet, and heartwarming. And like, this is so rare. So it's all, the story itself, it's all about like changing yourself to be a better you, or discovering the real you inside, despite what others say or influence upon you, whether it's your friends or your family who influenced you. Like, you gotta find the real you inside, kind of thing. um so it's really heartwarming, I have to say. So the love begins really fast in this story, but it's throughout the relationship that you see the struggles and growth in like our two main characters. Both of them has their own past that make them who they are now, and it is something that they want to change or overcome. So yeah, so even though the relationship starts off pretty fast, the main part of the story is the growth and uh the couples problems that they have to overcome together and stuff. So I think it's it's really really good. I'm sorry I keep saying the same thing. As you know, I think many of you who follow me knows that I'm really shy and nervous when it comes to like videoing myself. So please just don't mind my rumble sometimes or me getting lost in my context. But anyway, I think it is a very refreshing BL manga because there is zero toxic oh my god, toxicity. I can't even pronounce the word. That's how nervous I am. Yeah, there's really no toxic whatsoever situation in the manga. There are no triggering situation or anything like that. Like a lot of BL mangas have that. Like and I'm someone who is quite flexible. Like I'm not um how to say, I don't feel like, oh, like even if there's something bad, like some trigger situation happens, I'm like, oh, this manga is like not good because it's like have that kind of situation or anything. Like, I tend to try and like read the whole manga and judge it for the whole thing. And I obviously do not uh um agree to such situation and stuff just because I'm not easily affected by it. I just like to try and give a chance to these mangas. And I know as well that this genre just have a lot, and it's not just the BL genre. There's as long as it's above 18 content, there is a lot of that kind of situation. So it's not just BL, it has even like heterosexual stuff has it as well. So I don't know, maybe it's just a genre, I don't know, something that they like to use a lot in mangas and stuff. But yeah, don't worry, there is none of that. Their love is all about consent, like being patient and understanding of each other, trusting, being honest, and everything good to build a solid relationship. This relationship here is like what people need to learn from. What we need to learn from, so seriously, after reading this manga, you will feel so lonely and single even if you are already in a long-term relationship. So yeah, they are just that sort of couple that make you feel so envious and hope for love, like that kind of thing. So um definitely a really 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 safe and good and fluffy manga. This is a relatively short manga, as I was saying earlier. So back to this, it's about 20 chapters, so it's really easy to sit down and read it all in one sitting. And as I said, that's what I did. I wasn't feeling well, and I just thought, I'll just read this whole thing in one go. Um, just some extra info about this, how the story is kind of like, or what kind of vibes it give me. They kind of remind me a lot of like real life gay couples who do YouTube videos. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but like it's just kind of like slice of life couple video vibes, it kind of, this manga kind of inspired me to want to ask some of these YouTube couples if I could draw them in manga form and like post it on my social media and link it to them or something. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. You know how I am. I always have like too many stuff I want to do. I want to stream my games. I want to do my art. I want to do manga reviews. So let's just put that into a drawer for now. Okay, so moving on from the story, we're gonna talk about the art now. So the art star, I think, is 9 out of 10. So I have to be honest here. When I first saw the manga cover, I was like, okay, I'm gonna read this next. Like, not in a good way. Like, the art style didn't seem up my alley. Maybe because I'm not into bara, and one of the main characters, basically the Seme, he looks like a bara character, like, oversized, huge, super muscular. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that style, of course. I mean, we all, it's just that we all have our own preferences, and though it's not my style, it may very well be someone else's perfect style. So it's just my own opinion. Don't I do like Jack Skellington since I was 10 years old, so maybe that set the standard for me, like a slim, skinny, tall, long legs kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, so there's nothing wrong with the style if you like it, but for me, in particular, I didn't really like bara style characters. And when I first saw the cover, it actually wasn't this cover, it wasn't this one. The cover that I first saw was actually this one. And it didn't really show the full body, but it looked, um, yeah, it looked a lot more muscular, and the uke is a lot like slimmer. And I don't know, just maybe based on this art, I didn't think that it was really what I would be into. So I thought like, oh, I'll just try it. I have I have this habit though that like uh I tend to yeah, I tend to judge the book by its cover. So anyway, firstly, I was really really wrong when I started reading this, and I realized that wow, okay, this definitely taught me never judge a book by its cover, like never. But but I've come across a few such reading experiences, and I do know that it's a really hard habit for me to kick since I'm into illustrating and tend to like looking at beautiful illustrations. So manga covers illustration really always influence my decision to read it or not, and I tend to keep the best for last. So if the manga has a really beautiful illustration, I just add it to my wish list. I didn't, you know, I didn't really check if the story is gonna be good or anything, or read people's comments or reviews or anything. I just straight into my wish list, and I'll read it later someday. While the ones that I don't like, like if it's not up my alley or anything, I read them immediately. And this book happened to be not quite up my alley for the cover, and like I thought, okay, I'll read it. But anyway, back to the topic of manga, art star. Um, it's so soft. It's so soft and so fluffy, and it's so pretty. It's it's like it fits the story so well. The art style seriously complements the story. Like it gives me the same vibes as Machida Kun no Sekai, which if you watch my previous manga review, you will know that I really love Machida Kun's art style. It's so soft and so sparkly, and it's so pretty and stuff. So this manga, it's kind of that kind of vibe, It's really, really fluffy. Lots of sparkles, fluffy clouds, soft edges, fluffy hair. Everything is just so cute. Everything is just sparkles and extremely cute. So, even the funny moments, like they are like, oh, when they draw them, it looks like tiny little beans, like cute little beans that you just want to, hug it and cuddle or something. But yeah, I didn't think I'll love the art style so much just based on the cover, but I was wrong. So okay, I can kind of show you the art style real quick. Although I kind of want to use this stuff for later, but there we go. Look at that, how cute! This is the Sammy. He's so cute. Seriously, like look at that. Do you get what I mean by they look like little beans? So yeah, it's look at this. It's so cute. Yeah, but they have this really funny like moments where they're all drawn like chibis, like little chibi beans, and they're absolutely like they're really really cute. And yeah, what I mean by fluffy, look at that, it's so soft and fluffy. Everything is soft and fluffy. So yeah, I think definitely the art style is actually really cute. So anyway, now moving on to characters, I give it 10 out of 10. So really there's only two characters in this manga. Everyone else is just like side characters that appear very very shortly. Like there is the Uke's parents that appear, and there is also the Seme's friends that appear in the manga. They don't play much role and they don't appear much in the manga, so I'm just gonna talk about the two main characters. So, oh my gosh, the characters! I'm just gonna go hearts, hearts. They're so 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 cute. I can't with either of them. Seriously, they are such a perfect fit together. They're both very very sweet and very very cute. So let's talk about the Seme first. His name is Daiki. So Daiki is your main character that's like super hot, tall, great body, super popular, and he knows it. Guy who only likes to sleep around with people who have lots of like one night stands where he can't even remember their face the next morning. So he's that kind of character, like he doesn't love anyone nor like understand what it is like to be in love until he meets Kanato. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Kanato. His name is Kanato. So he felt lots of things for the first time, and he transformed from this total jerk whom everyone calls a man slut or a man whore to the most adorable and cute Seme. He wholeheartedly and truly loves Kanato. Like he really, really, really loves Kanato so much, like with all his heart, body, and soul. And he would never do anything that would like so much as scratch, or let's not even go to hurt. Like he wouldn't do anything that would harm, hurt, scratch, pinch Kanato. He wouldn't do that. Like he really 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 treasures and cherish Kanato a lot. So yeah, his love is really really sweet. And but also because of how conscious he is about Kanato feelings and stuff, he struggles a lot in their relationship, because mainly he feels like he's a horrible person who can't treat Kanato right, even um even when he has done nothing. He has done nothing more than completely respecting and caring for his small boy. He's a little boy, but he's the kind of lover we all wish we have. Like the amount of attention he gives to Kanato, and the amount of respect and like thoughts that he gives to Kanato, it's like we all wish that, oh, we wish someone gives us the same, like. Anyway, I'm sure some of you have that anyway. um or at least to some degree. I have to a certain degree. I think, but yeah, it's really really sweet. He's really sweet. And I think the problem is that because he's like that, um he always seeks for consent, and if not, he really struggles inside of him, so much so that it's like he's in hell. He torturing himself for why he would ever do anything Kanato wouldn't like. But I like I said, the manga is completely about consent and respect and building the trust. So don't worry, nothing bad happens. It's just that he just feels bad, even if it's the smallest thing that he made Kanato uncomfortable. He would be like, yeah, he would destroy himself inside, really thinking that, oh my god, I'm a horrible person or something like that. So, yep, he's just that kind of character. And I can show you some pictures here. Okay, this is like when they first met. Um, like as you can see from the way he described Kanato. Obviously, he was someone who really didn't think much about other people's feelings. So, yeah, it was kind of rude the way he first described Kanato. But anyway, and that's him there. He's like, as I was saying, he was the kind of person that would just sleep with anyone, literally have one night stands and stuff, and like he just don't remember their face the next day. And yeah, he was just seeking like pleasure. That's it. He doesn't give a shit. But obviously over time he changes and he becomes this so cute fluffy seme. Sorry, I think my voice going like super high. But yeah, he's super 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 cute. Now next, let's talk about our next main character, Kanato. um we have Kanato here somewhere. There we go, Kanato. So he's the shy and fluffy sweet Uke. So he's just super 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 cute. Seriously, I just want to kidnap him out of this manga and put him in my pocket, run away and hide somewhere no one can find us, so I can cuddle him and love him and care for him with all the love I have. But I guess I can understand Daiki's feelings perfectly about wanting to protect him so much. So anyway, moving on. Kanato, he's this like poker face, like cutest little bunny who seems unemotional but is really very sensitive and soft inside. He has had some hard times when he was a kid, and his amazing mother gave him some like awesome advice, which he kind of took it too far. But anyway, thankfully he realizes in the end, and decides to face it and change himself for the one he loves, which is Daiki. um, and because he understands how much Daiki truly loves him, and cares for him, um, I um, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say too much about his character, because his character has a lot more like backstory. Uh, Daiki's character is kind of like a bit more straightforward, and you kind of know what kind of character he is pretty much early in the manga. But Kanato has a bit more backstory and stuff that he needs to face, and get over and stuff. So but yeah, I really suggest that you read this manga and discover this character's personalities for yourself. All I can say is that you will really love the story and the characters in this manga. So 10 out of 10. Okay, next, enjoyment. How much did I enjoy it? Well, I think from the way I was giving my review, you probably could guess my enjoyment is pretty high. So I gave it a 9 out of 10. I think the fact that I didn't put it down to the very last page tells how much I really enjoy the story. Like the moment I started, I just couldn't stop. But some of the parts in the manga can be a little slow. But for me, those parts are the ones that really gets you into your feelings. Like even though it's slow, it really like caught my attention, and I'm like, like kind of like in the same pace as the manga is going, because I'm like, what's gonna happen? Like very very slowly, like the way each panel slowly reveals things like in slow motion. I think it's really really good. like building up this like tingly feeling in your stomach and causing mild goosebumps to crawl up like your arms, and then revealing the true emotions that either makes you blush or want to cry because of how sweet or cute the moment is. Like, or sometimes like as you scroll through the panels, like you end up you end up laughing because something silly happens. But yeah, sometimes those moments make me feel like, wow, okay, that's exactly how life is. Like, it gets in your way every time. But yeah, I really can't describe how every moment in this manga is so enjoyable. Like, it's just my opinion, but I think some may prefer a faster pace. But to me, the pace creates like a really magical, fluffy feeling. Um, yeah, I can't explain it, but they do tend to like to take their own sweet time to review stuff. I can't really show you here, but yeah, it's really really cute. um I think it's a good pacing, but I don't know. Maybe you can try and read it and let me know in the comments later. I'm always welcoming comments in my videos. All right. So next, this is the last part of my review. Overall, 9 out of 10. As usual, I just can't bring myself to give a perfect score. I'm really weird like that. I can't quite. Uh, I don't know why, but I always feel it's kind of weird to give a perfect score, like 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5 kind of thing. I don't know. I'm always like this. I'm sorry. This probably deserves a perfect 10, but I can only bring myself to give 9 out of 10 when I don't know. I feel like it needs to be something super special and amazing, like from the anime or manga, for me to actually want to give, oh my god, I have to give this perfect score. I did have to say that when I first finished reading this manga, I was like, oh my god, this is like perfect. But then, like, after a few hours, I kind of like calmed down a little and I'm like, yeah, maybe 9 out of 10. But anyway, I do think like you should just read it and let me know what is your score yourself, okay? But yeah, this concludes my review and I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave a comment about your own opinions and view, whether it's because you've read it and want to share your thoughts or say something about my review. I welcome constructive criticism, or if you have something nice to say, it will really help boost my confidence and motivation to keep doing this. But just want to say this review is purely based on my feelings, thoughts, views, opinions, whatever you want to call it. By no means it represents a community or any majority or minority views on this. I am just one among billions of people in this world. So whether you agree or disagree with my views, please be kind when you share yours. I'm looking forward to seeing what others have to say about this. One thing I can't stand though is, please do not leave comments about not liking this manga or review just because you don't like the genre, or because it's gay or yaoi or BL. Like, I won't appreciate that sort of stuff. So yeah, if anything else, if you want to say how crappy my review is done, or you want to share your thoughts about my review or your thoughts about this manga, please 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 feel free to like drop your thoughts in the comments, okay? And anyway, I'll leave you all here. Thank you always for your support, love, and watching this video. Before I go off, I'm just gonna let you see this. It's so cute. And earlier, before this is the last one, I promise you. And then I'm gonna say bye bye. Yeah, this is the scene I was kind of saying, like this is his mom, and this was when he was a kid. So there's some backstory there. But anyway, don't want to do any more spoilers. I hope you enjoy the manga, and I look forward to your comments. So thank you so much for watching my video, and please don't forget to hit the like. I don't have the icons, but you know where the like is. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications if you want to be updated about my videos. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys. Bye.